Hi, welcome back to the League-Kempner House in Galveston. We are jumping right in today because there are only 3 days left before we lose our big lift. So I am scrambling to get some painting done. We have some volunteers coming and we need to get busy. I don't know what little elves or frond fairies, as I call them, came this weekend, but somebody came in the yard and picked up all the palm fronds. This was full of them after the storm. And they put them in a nice little pile. So thank you very much. Okay, I got it moved. I might have to move it a little more. I'm trying to get an angle to get right up there and start where I stopped and come around this curve where I stopped. And then if I get that done, I'll backtrack and get a second coat across the top. And if I get that done, I may move to the other side and go up and try to do that. So we'll see. Our volunteer Kelly's up there somewhere, hiding. There she is, on the porch. She drove over this afternoon to be my spotter, so she's working on the banister to have something to do. So let me get up. Hey everybody, so here we are up here. You can see the condition. I'm on that round peaky part. A gorgeous sky, but this is pretty bad. You can see why I need to get up here and get this scraped and get a coat of primer, actually 2 coats of primer, and get all these holes filled to preserve this wood. It's still in pretty good shape. Not a difficult process, it's just a little tedious. You're just very high off the ground. And it's late afternoon. Kelly came over from Beaumont because I'm a little bit shaded. It was just too hot. There were heat advisories all day. And if I were doing this in the bright, I don't know, I realized you weren't in frame. Anyway, if I did this in the bright sun, I could maybe work an hour up here and then I'd be totally wasted and no good the next day. So she came over and I'm going to stay late. It stays daylight till 8:30 or so. So I'll get 2 or 3 hours in. But my goal is to get around this curved part. I must get at least 2 coats of primer on. And then I will start maybe Friday and put the top coat on and work my way all the way across, because that's only got a single top coat on it right now. And I'd like to put a second one, and I need to fill a couple more cracks and then get up on that top if I can. But I'm going to have to reposition the boom to do that. So right now I'm just going to work on what I can easily reach with the boom. So I need to put you down because this is generally a two-handed job. I just want to give you a close-up of how things look up here. I've maneuvered over to the side a little bit because I'm trying to reach this board right here. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try. But it gives you a good view here of the weird gutter system along the porch. So I had it capped off early on, but there's not 1 but 2 box gutters for an area that only sheds water off this little half round roof. So basically they just caught water from the rain and sat there and flooded inside. So eventually I'd like to rip all that out and do something else, but for right now it's not a problem. But from here I can also show you my favorite little roof in all of Galveston. I think that's the original tin on that garage on the house right there. And it's just oh so cute. Thanks to Kelly coming, the temperature is very nice because we waited for the sun to get low and there's a little cloud cover and there's a nice breeze. So I'm going to try my best to get this done get a second coat of paint across the front, and then get a first coat of paint around that rounded edge that I've been working on all afternoon. And that would let me, oh, and I do want to try to go up there and do something with that. I don't know if I can reach it or not. I think I can. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, necessity is the mother of invention. I made a little extension out of my screwdriver and a glove. I shoved the glove up in there so the screwdriver would be tight in the hole. And it did give me about another 10 inches. So I've made it that far. I'm going to try to swing this basket and see if I can get the last little bit. Okay, I got so very close. I thought about dropping this down and leaning through here, but I decided it's not worth it. So I'm gonna call that good enough. I still have a lot of painting to do on this side, but at least it'll look a little better. So I'm gonna get out my exterior fancy low luster war guard and start on my second coat across here. Hi everybody, it's Janie back at the League-Kempner House in Galveston, Texas. For those of you who watch us all the time, thanks for coming back. For those that are new, we are a nonprofit restoring this incredible house, and I'm doing a little preparation work today. If you've been watching our videos, you know I've been up on the boom that the roofers left doing some painting across the front, only on the fascia, because it looked really bad. A lot of it was bare wood, and two, I don't have time to prep and do a good job on all of the eaves underneath. So I'm kind of going for low-hanging fruit that has a big visual impact and also helps kind of structurally protect that exposed fascia wood. But I'm about to move around and work on that gable area on the side. And I went up there once and started on it. I didn't have the right tools, I didn't have the right scraper, and it had more problems than I thought it had. So I abandoned that, and I'm going to get back at it when I get on the boom. But I'm trying to do a lot of prep work first based on what I saw up there. And one thing I saw was that these fish scale cedar shakes were, some of them, in very bad condition, and they were loose and falling out. So I actually pulled one down to bring it down, and I had some of these at home. So anyway, I had a pretty good eye. I have a good eye for like sizing things up. So I just randomly picked some out of the box that I thought looked right, and looky there. They're all exactly the right, except one is just a little bit wide. So I'm also trying to match the side profile. So if you get down here, they're a lot thicker at the end. So I kind of slid up to where I thought they would match. And I just took a pencil and I marked the shape of that fish scale on them. Now I did pick up one I've decided not to use. When you do cedar shakes, for those of you who don't know, you put a row, I'll do it so you can see. You put a row down first of these that are smooth, and then you come back with the decorative ones, and like a roof, you overlap the seams to prevent water, and this ridged one is the one that shows. So I could use the back of it for one of the fish scales, but it's a little bigger and they're harder to come by, and we still have some cedar shake houses that my husband and I have, like mine. Like Joe's. And actually I used a lot of these at Joe's. So I don't want to use that one, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and I'm going to try to use my skill saw and cut this out. Now cedar's really soft. I hope it cuts okay with this. If not, I'll have to take it home and cut it on a scroll saw. But I'm going to try to just use my jigsaw and hold it down and follow that curve. And this is going to be 60 feet up in the air or something crazy, so it won't show too much, but it does need to be close enough. Oh, what are we missing? Safety glasses. Safety glasses. I'm out. Did you put them all away? Okay, I found them, but while I was looking, oh, they're already fogged up. While I was looking, I found something else.
Yay, I know.
Yay, ta-da! One of our viewers last year sent us these. Summer was already over, but we've been saving them, and summer is here. So we're going to get them out and start using them. They help keep you cool. So found those in the closet. Those will come in handy today. So have safety glasses on. Let me let them defog for a second and see
come on, you can do this with your eyes closed.
if this works. Wow, whoops. So that's pretty good. Good enough for government work, as I say. And it wasn't too bad. And I think I can actually, let's see if I can really mess this up.
And for my next trick.
For my next trick, I'm going to try to do 2 at a time. This may not work at all. For the price of 1. All right, now this one's a little wider, so after I cut it, I'm gonna have to knock the edge off of it. But I might just leave it big until I get up there, because these things shrink over time, and there might be a spot where a wide one comes in handy. So I'm going to finish that up. All right, it's first thing in the morning. We left some of the upper windows open a crack last night for circulation. It is completely still outside, no breeze, and it is already 88 degrees in the house. So today is going to be brutal. Good morning. So today you did not forget your fancy brushes.
No, I did not. I brought my brushes. I brought a few other things that you forgot that you had in your pile.
Uh-oh. Because I need more stuff.
Well, and I brought, I thought we might could use this. Woo! I know this seems silly, but
somewhere.
we might could use that somewhere. And then also, I know we have some wonky furniture around, and I don't know if we have, we might need some furniture legs for something. And then you took all the white spray paint, but you left this white spray paint out.
Okay.
This might work, right?
Yes.
And then this is mine for the
tracing
for the mural. But yeah, you left the extra white and this color and this.
Okay.
But I mean, you don't have to take it, but I think my whole studio is cleared out.
Cleared out? Yay.
It got rated by all the other artists.
Good. So everything went to a good home, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully so. And so anyways, so yeah, I just need to go out and get the drawing that I did on the vellum to do the tracing. So anyway, so I'll take this up and my
We'll just leave that down, because for now.
Okay.
You just leave it there.
I'll just put it right here, other than I'll get it out of this lady. Oh,
Okay, so what is this?
So, yeah, since I couldn't get the stencil, here's the LK, and we had said like a 20 by 20, so I mapped out a 20 by 20. This I did on here extra, so when we take this to the front doors, we can do the 1893 under it, and that'll be on the front doors. Yeah. So like that, just like the logo. Okay, right. So I just need to measure basically where this goes on the door, and then I just trace it out. And then I've got a couple of different blues in here.
And that's going to be hard to do here. I guess you'll have to eyeball
I'll just have to use use my tracing paper, because I've got the carbon paper there. So I've got these two blues. Let me pull them over here. One's darker. So if we want to go with this really dark blue or we want to go with this brighter blue. These are the two that I found that I thought might work the best out of our stash.
I'm leaning towards darker.
Rainstorm, that kind of suits the island. And this one is called Georgian Bay.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
I'm leaning towards the dark.
The dark more.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Or
because we're going to need to outline
it's getting busy.
It is getting
so
busy.
we have some where the L and the K are two different colors, you know, a light and a dark.
I think they need to be the same color.
But I think if you do the same and do the gap, or not even the gap, just the outline, it's fine. Because I think we've gotten pretty busy.
It's a little busy. I think that
And
this is a little busier than I wanted
so
it to
the
turn
comments about, you know, definitely not putting this on the bottom, leaving that blank. And then what do you think about, okay, back up here and look at it. So here's my issue with it now.
I just want to put those.
So this was to mimic lights, you know,
Yes.
windows.
Uh-huh.
So with it being the beigey like the door, it looks to me like not. So do you think we should paint it a light blue so that it looks like it's part of the glass around the door and not the door?
Yeah, probably so. That might look better. And I don't know, this is, maybe you take a picture of this and we say it was too busy and we didn't like it, so we changed it.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Because
you know.
what I almost want to do is just paint it blue and just do a little bit of that on the side light.
Well, I thought if we do the blue behind it and look at it, leave the door plain on the bottom and only the LK simple in one color.
I'm not digging my side lights that much.
No, but it's.
I mean,
I think if you do it blue, visually, it's going to look like part of the top.
Okay.
Because how do you say it? Chinois. What's the Chinese?
The chinoiserie.
Chinoiserie. You know, style is definitely this and that. But that way it would kind of unify it and make it like the glass surround.
I think so too.
Ooh,
So,
looky there. Okay.
I see that.
I did
So-
not pay any attention to what you said about paint.
Yeah, you got paint all over you. So
I like that
What do you think?
it's the same color as the bamboo on top.
Yes.
So
Because it has that
keeps it, brings
cohesive.
it together.
That's what I said. And if it's
Yeah.
blue, then it
And
looks
the
like
light
it's
blue.
meant to be.
okay, then it just needs. I
Look,
did it really, really
we have a
fast.
gaggle of volunteers today.
Yay, a gaggle. Is that what we're called?
A gaggle, and we've got Walter inside.
Okay, we have a whole gaggle.
We've got a contingent.
And then do you want me to put logos on the front door? Because I wanted to
Sure.
do that too while we have tours. Because the doors open on the back.
You may do whatever you want.
Oh, I have free reign now. I've been here enough that I get free reign. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay. All right. So okay. Well then I just need a pencil then, a sharpened pencil, and I'm on my way.
I
Unfortunately.
have to tell you how I used to sharpen my pencil.
With your teeth? Oh, no, really?
You just bite. Yes, when I was a kid, you just bite off the wood and you got a pointy pencil.
I think we're gonna get a sharpener.
Yeah, put it on video.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we want to see her
No,
sharpening
not
a
like that.
pencil.
You just bite it like
Like a beaver.
Oh my god.
No, I can't watch that.
I can't.
I can do a lot of things, but I could not watch
Never.
somebody do. She's whittling.
I'm
Whittling. You're whittling. Multi-talented.
Yeah.
Turning our viewer's choice black and white sketch into a full color design took a lot of discussion, but with the game plan underway, Sherry and Kelly picked up a brush and helped Heather finish up the painting of these side lights while she got busy getting the names on the top and doing the stencil of the LK on the door. We work very hard around here, but we also have a lot of fun. Our volunteers are the best, and you never know what's going to happen when this group gets together. These ladies are a little crazy.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good color.
I think that's
It's not
white.
really
Swirl your paint.
maybe,
I
but
do
it is.
swirl my paint.
It is called Rainstorm, so Rainstorm is.
You want more blue?
It's gonna blow up when it dries.
Now you guys didn't know when you came here today that
Here,
we
put a
were
little
going to
here.
turn you into muralists,
Pour some in.
right?
I actually
here, let me
would
put
have
a little
worn
in there.
gloves.
Okay.
I need some.
Look at Heather. What is on your shirt?
These are my tapes to hold my flying stencil down off of the front porch. These a lot of times are on my leg, and I always refer to them as leg tapes.
They're
but
too sweaty to be on your leg tapes
yeah, they're,
today.
and so I've got charcoal and pencil all over my
Let's go
hands
see
right
what you're
now.
doing.
I've got this
Sitting
on
down
now.
on the job. Oh my gosh. All
I've got
right.
this on.
She's going.
I'm gonna have to.
It's a busy day here.
I'm gonna move this down a little bit more because I'm gonna put that 1893 right.
The stencil looked great on the front door. It's a way to welcome our visitors in, but remember this because in a future video, these doors play a key role.
So, Janie, I think that you've been in my painting. Look at yourself.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
The big gigantic one. This big giant one.
I'm
Look
very
at that.
tanned.
Yeah, she's extremely tan.
Cheers. And then we got Heather's looking for her pencil. And my chariot awaits. I'm gonna get myself up and get geared up and get out there. Heather's lost another pencil.
Can't keep track of pencils. There's a ghost in the
So
house.
Kelly's sharpening pencils.
That takes pencils.
While she's sharpening, show them what you're doing.
I'm putting the LK 1893 logo here, so when we open up the doors for tours, you know, I've got to put some more coats and outlines on these, but I need a pencil so I can use my carbon paper to do the outline, and now I'm working on the arch for the mural out back, and I lost my pencil, and I've retraced all my steps, and I can't find it, so it probably fell out of my hair. I like to stuff it in my hair, and it probably fell out somewhere.
We'll keep a lookout.
Would be my guess.
Well, my chariot
I threw Sharpies.
My chariot awaits, so I'm collecting stuff to go up and get started. So we're busy today. So much found.
It's a shim
Yeah,
because the
everything's
everything shrank in the weather, and so they came in and put a shim in here to bridge the gap, and then they filled it in with I've already pulled it up, but it was rubberized caulk, I suppose.
yeah, probably.
I didn't know they made caulk back then, but anyway.
Well, that repair was probably done in the 70s. They
Maybe,
did some
yeah.
work on this porch.
Yeah, because
I've got one picture where they took apart that over there, and it was very rotted, and they worked on it.
Where?
That column right over there.
Yeah.
Alright, so we talked about the problem with the galvanized metal and needing a very special primer for it. So Kelly talked to her Sherwin-Williams rep for her hotel, and they put their heads together, and this is what they came up with. And it is, I think, close to $200 for a gallon. So it better work. But I have a lot of scraping to do before that, so I'm collecting my stuff and heading up. Heather has been inside working on her tracing paper to get the lettering spaced out right. She is such a perfectionist.
I love vellum.
Heather's vellum was not cooperating. That blue painter's tape was not sticking to the plywood very well. But she's a professional. She's going to get it done. But while she's struggling, I thought I'd use the time to answer a question I know we're going to get. There's always one in the comments when we do a project like this, and that's, why are you wasting your time with this? Well, we're doing it because we want to. When you have all volunteers and you're doing a project that's grueling like this, it's a multi-year project, you have to stay motivated. And sometimes we just like to do things that we think are fun. It's invigorating. We enjoy being together. It gives us a big sense of accomplishment. We've worked 3 years in the basement, and unless you really know what you're looking for, no one can even tell what we did. But this is very visual, and it just feels good. And it doesn't cost anything, so we do it. I'd been hanging around watching, waiting for the sun to drop a little bit in the west so that I could work on the east side of the house in the shade. I have to get up and finish that gable window. It is really do or die. There's only one more day after today with the lift, and Kelly is spending the night so that we can work into the evening when it's much cooler. I'll still get a good 8 hours in on the lift today, but it is time to head up and start working. I got all the way up here and forgot my safety glasses. Have you not been up here before? I can't believe that. Okay, well, you have to explore because this is the cool place. Alright, so what I'm doing, anyway, I've got my safety glasses on. I was not getting back down there. You have to drive this thing that's extended to get to the spot. So I've got to get all this paint off the galvanized and then use that special primer that Kelly got to get all that primed. Once I do that, I'll turn my attention to these fish scales. And lastly, this window area, because I think this window area, if I have to, I can open the windows and hang out and do it from the inside. So that is my order of business today. Okay, I'm wearing out a little bit. I got this side done all the way down. I can't get that off to save my life. So I'm going to prime over it. I'm going to come back and do this underneath side tomorrow. I got this underneath side done as far as down as I've moved the boom. So I'm going to just paint to right here and work on that some more in the morning. So it's going to look a lot better pretty soon. Okay, I cut my new shingle shorter and slipped it in, but I need another one right here to cover that gap, so I just snapped one off. Pretty short. Might need to be a little, I guess I could show you. Might need to be a little shorter, just slip under there. But I'm going to nail the first one up. Well, sometimes you have to look worse before you look better. I did what I could reach where the boom was until my scraping shoulder gave out. And I replaced that one little shingle up there, but I need to add another one, but I need something better to cut it with to get it the right length to go in there. So I've got just a little bit left to scrape, and I dropped my sandpaper. So I started priming what was finished, and it already looks better on that part. But tomorrow is our last day, so I need to hustle. This video was done at the end of June, and even waiting for the sun to drop so I would be in the shade, it's still about 110 degree heat index, as I said before. And I'm kind of glad that I wasn't able to video much up there on the boom because I looked lovely. And this is me sitting with my cooling towel on my head, and I have to say that cooling towel actually works. It is amazing. But I was exhausted. I forgot to go back and take a picture of Heather's finished door. It looks great. I'll do that in another video. But it was time to call it a day. Kelly had to leave midday Sunday, so my husband was going to come in and be the watcher for the rest of the day. It would be our last day with that lift, and I just really have to get this work done. I'm a little disappointed. I have scraped and scraped and scraped and scraped and sanded and repaired, and it's late, and I'm just going to have to prime it and paint it and call it good enough. The metal turned out great. It looks way better, and this will be better. We're gonna have to do some of this from inside the window, but I'm gonna try to get at least all the fish scales scraped and painted. And there's a metal flashing around here. I have some spray on Rust-Oleum, so I'm scraping. Haven't done it down there. Scraping really good, and then wire brushing and sanding and putting that Rust-Oleum on, and hopefully that will hold up better than what's here. There was no time to film anything on Sunday. It was just frantic work, and I was exhausted at this point, but I did get finished to the point where I think I can complete the project from inside on the 3rd floor when it gets cooler up there in the attic. Right now, it's just way too hot to work up there. But with that, I brought the lift down for the last time, picked up all my tools, got everything packed away, and then moved the lift over to the side where the roofing company had asked me to leave it for them to pick up the next day. I think they actually needed to go up and measure one more time for the chimney caps. But this project was done. It is so much nicer than it was before, and it was an extremely low-cost way to do this work. I think I told you before, I had a painter come in and give a quote of almost $8,000 to do this fascia work that was done, and we did it for probably less than $400 in paint. So it's quite the bargain, and it really improves the look of the house, and it will also preserve that wood. There was a lot of raw wood up there that just needed to be sealed and coated. So with that, I'm calling it a day. We will see you next time here at the League-Kempner House in Galveston. As always, thanks for watching and supporting us as we bring this incredible house back to its former glory.